Y'all ready for this? The 100, Season 5, Episode 9. Sic Semper Tyrannis. Tyranny. Tyrants. You know what the word means. And you've seen it in this show. It's been happening a lot. Okay. Very interesting. And what do I always say about this show? Whatever we like and whenever things get peaceful or people agree, the writers flip it on us. They sure enough do. I mean, you're going to start having people at each other's throats that agreed with each other before. It's going to be people who were in love and together before, like Marcus and Abby, and they're doing totally be against what each other is doing. And that's one of the reasons the show is so good, because you never know what to expect and you never know how long things are going to last between people in the show, or just not between people but different crews also. All right, this one was intense. I didn't see the end of the show, where it ended up at the end. I didn't see that coming at the beginning. So, of course, Octavia was in her coma. Bellamy was hoping she would turn out okay. You know, he's still thinking, I mean, different things affect people different ways. So he's scared about that. But his plan is to make Maddie ascend into being commander. You know, so if Maddie's commander, like Gaia said, people will listen to her. And then we don't need Octavia anymore. She's not Nightblood. You know what I mean? So they're going to listen to the commander if we have a commander. So that's their plan. Tell Clark this. Clark is flipping out. That's not what she wants. She didn't want her fighting with Octavia and her crew, but she also didn't want her to be commander. So that makes things kind of rocky now, you know. Bellamy still thinks he's doing what's best for everybody. Now, here we are. We have Echo, Raven, Maury, Murphy. Maury and Murphy made it to them because, you know, their plan is to get in there with McCreary and have McCreary distract Diosa and then all of a sudden get Abby, Marcus, Raven, and Echo out. But Echo and Raven are there like, hold on, we need him too. He's the pilot. So Shaw's there. A lot of stuff going on, right? They have all this crazy stuff going on. But the thing is, Shaw finally comes around. You can tell he likes Raven. And Raven was smiling when she was talking to him, and he was feeling good too. Shaw comes around, and he's like, okay, I'll go with you guys. That's the plan. I'll go with you guys, because I'm screwed here. They don't trust me no more. You know what I mean? He's also the pilot. They won't have a pilot. But the prisoners still need Abby. They need the doctor. So she's getting rid of some of the abscess in these guys' chest and stuff like that. But McCreary makes it back with, you know, Murphy and Amori. They're undercover. They don't know the deal that Bellamy and Clark struck with Diosa. And Marcus, I told you, Diosa, she's different. She is different than most of those prisoners. She's different than, you know, a lot of people in one crew, and she's definitely different than Abby, Clark, and Bellamy, but she's more reasonable. She wants peace. But all she knows to do is fight for stuff. She's like a soldier. We heard the story, what Shaw was talking about Diosa before they were prisoners. What happened in San Francisco. She's trying to help people. She really is. But when you have all these prisoners who are following your lead, it becomes kind of tricky because these aren't the type of people you think are going to bring peace. So it seems like the whole time Diosa was trying to figure out, how am I going to get what I need and want using these people, but they're not the type of people I want to keep. Tricky situations. There's always a thin line between what some people are trying to do. They're trying to do the right thing, but they're using some wrong methods. You know, I had some discussions with people where they were telling me they don't think Octavia is being dictator-like. You don't think it's a dictatorship that she's running under, running over her people with. And I'm like, it's all about perspective, I guess. But at the same time, you got to realize what I said to most of these people is, her words were, you either with one crew or you're against one crew. Even if you weren't against them, it's just like you're in LA. If you're in LA, you die. There's no reason. She doesn't want to talk stuff out. It's just like war, war, war. Bellamy and Clark were like, let's talk things out. Maybe we can reach a compromise. That's always better. That's always better to see if you can compromise. It's always better if people don't have to die. And that's where Idra was. Idra was like, look, if we do it this way, if Maddie becomes commander, if we take this deal with Diosa, we don't have to lose any more lives. We don't have to kill any more people either. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying Octavia's smart, but Octavia's also working off of what she knows. And she knows just a lot of pain. Remember, this is a different Octavia than Octavia at the end of season 4. Because she won that tournament. She killed Luna. But remember how she was. She was just like, no, we're going to share the bunker. That's what her plan was. we're going to share the bunker. Of course, Jahi had to, and Marcus, mainly Jahi, decided to do something different. They were just looking out for their own people. But Octavia was like, no, we're going to find a way to share this bunker. That was her. She would have, if that was the Octavia, if we had that Octavia now, she'd have been like, yes, we can share the valley or whatever. But no, now she's just like, it's all one crew. But she's went through some things. She's changed. I'm not saying her actions are justified, but I understand why she's the way she is now. And I don't understand completely because we still don't know what happened during the dark year, which was brought up by Idra, and Octavia's like, we survived because of me. Idra says she watched her do something and go through it alone. She's not going to do it that time. She's thinking it's more wise to do things this way and to share the valley in a peaceful way. Peace is always best. If you can avoid war, it's best. You know, some people might say, oh, no, I'm not going to, you know, nobody's talking about slavery or bondage. They said to surrender to Diosa, but Marcus is talking to her, and we know what Diosa wants. She wants just peace. She's not looking to just, like, brutally command or put people into slavery, but other people don't know that. Like Amori, like Murphy, Echo, Raven, and Shaw, because they had a plan just to get Abby and Marcus and them out of there. But now there's this deal that's been struck. So when they get to Marcus and Marcus telling them, they're like, oh crap, we done messed up. And what does Murphy do? He says, I'm staying by. I got to stay behind for Abby. He's being brave again. I mean, he is a survivor. He can be very selfish at times, but he steps up. He does. He stepped up. He's proven that over the numerous seasons so far. It took him falling in love to do it, really, but he's stepping up. And Amori should be able to see it. She's seeing that. She's seeing a different Murphy than whatever happened in the 6-year absence that we missed of their life. But this was very interesting, man. And then Clark still doesn't. Clark is the one that's acting the most selfish, even over Octavia right now. At the end of the episode, they finally put the flame inside of Maddie, and Clark is just like, I didn't want her to become commander. It works, it falls through. She now has the knowledge of all the commanders before her and the wisdom of them or whatever. Through the chip, it's just technical based. Remember, I love that story, like when we saw the commander, who they considered the first commander when she came down from outer space, landed on Earth and saw the survivors. So it's always became this religious thing when it's just all just a chip. It's science. You know what I mean? But everybody looks at it like it's this holy thing and this person should be praised and worshiped and, you know, whatever. But they shouldn't. But that can happen in a civilization that's broken and has no rules or have no following it and don't know the history of what's going on. They come up with their own ideas. But Clark didn't want that to happen. Maddie's saying we can go back. Bellamy's going to die. Idra going to die. Idra was making a lot of sense when she was speaking to Octavia too. Idra's came a long way. Remember how wild she was? She was a grounder. You know, she was a part of one of those crews and they were very, very savage. She came a long way. And it took her friendship with Marcus, remember? But anyway, the thing is, Maddie was saying we got to go save them, and Clark is just like, oh well, they chose what they wanted to do. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Maddie's going to find a way to get to them, and Clark's going to have a change of heart. You know, she's very mad at Bellamy right now because Bellamy did something behind her back, you know, and he didn't really discuss with Clark like we should do this. He just was doing it, and Clark is like, why are you doing, you know what I mean? It's crazy, but like I said, they were good. Clark and Bellamy were good. Then all of a sudden the writers just flipped that on us. I'm telling you, Octavia and Diosa is going to come to terms at one moment. Speaking of Diosa, she can fight for a pregnant woman. She took them dudes out. Now we know the baby really is McCreary's, and he knows it's his now. He knows he's going to have a girl, but he's still crazy, man. Just as crazy as the Grounders was when everybody came from outer space and how they were at war. You know, he's rallying all those dudes up to be all, I mean, well, he's still thinking he doesn't want peace. That dude don't want peace. He's just like, it's us, man. And he's savage, man. He's savage. So he's not a good person. He's really not a good person at all. And they're going to be the biggest problem because Octavia is going to see whatever happens when one crew gets to the valley. They're going to be dealing with some of the prisoners. They don't know that they're split into two different groups, or basically they're not following Diosa's plan for peace. So they're just not going to believe it. Murphy's probably not Murphy, but Bellamy's probably going to see that, like, what happened to our deal? Things are going to get hectic. It's going to get crazy. So this show is so good. They mix everything up. It never stays the same for long. Bellamy and Clark were so cool. They were with each other on the same page. Now that's gone again. Who knows if we're going to get them good again this season at all. Probably happen next season, whatever. Like I said, I'm telling you, Octavia is going to start seeing eye to eye with this Diosa, and Diosa is going to start seeing eye to eye with Octavia. They're going to be on the same page with something. It might be next season, but it's going to happen. That's what the writers do so good. They take everything, they switch everything around. They take this person, put them over here, take this person, put them over there. It's great. And that's just good writing because it feels organic. Like it happens. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like they're just doing it for the sake of just keeping things interesting. They're finding ways within the stories that they have to make these people go different routes and things just not work out the way people plan. No plans work out in this joint. I mean, when they do, there's always something else that comes later, or there's a wrench in the plan that just throws everything off course. I love this show. The writing is really good. This was a really good episode. I enjoyed it a lot. But like I said, everybody has their agendas. Everybody has their ideas. But peace, without people dying, without having to kill anybody, is the best way. Compromising. It's the best thing that they can do. And anybody that's willing to compromise is actually probably the people who are doing what's best for everybody, not just for selfish reasons or just for their own people. You know what I mean? You can't be at war forever. You got to end the wars sooner or later. That's my review for episode 9 of season 5 of The 100. What did you think? I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a lot of comments. Some people want to agree with me, some aren't. That's good. It's supposed to go that way. Whatever. But anyway, see you next time.